Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. Texas. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Across the 25, he's got room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to...
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he gets out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we can go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Longhorn! What a grab and go for the score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Blue. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Swings it out to his running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. And the D denied him on second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Number 14, set to kick it away. Texas.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Texas offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision. You decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense just didn't come up big to prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They'll give it to him again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A third and long coming up here. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense ball has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running...
Ball's out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back to its own.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win the football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Looking for a crease to the left. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, when I hear Texas football, I think about Bevo and I think about great running backs, man. Earl Campbell, Ricky Williams, Jamal Charles, Bijan Robinson. This dude seems like he's the next guy in that long list of game breakers at the position. He's got everything you look for in a great running back.
Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Now on first down from the 43. They move the tight end all over. Handoff from the shotgun. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 32-29. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far. I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Floats it out in space. Touchdown, Texas! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas 14, Ohio State 7.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Blue. Strikes the blow. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yo, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football. Turnovers to side games, those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll try to do it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Try to get it on the ground. The Buckeyes pick up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Ohio State.
One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Dances away. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half.
Texas.
Coming out with it, it's blue. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On second down, they'll take to the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You've got to give the defense plenty of credit.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's third down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on fourth.
Sending the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jess. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as sausage. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running to the left. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
His RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like it because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
You start day one of training camp from your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a gamer.
Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll throw it down. Will not
listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why they get you.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
After 37. Third down coming.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First down for the offense. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Offense set on first down. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offered the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just ran out of time. time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of slinging that.
He'll do it himself. Headed to the end zone. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense, you watch the tape, coach is like, is the running back falling forward? If he's falling forward, we're not doing our job. There was no falling forward on that one.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, gigantic implications in this top 15 battle today, and check out what's going down. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up by 24 over Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative. But whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
But this is a guy at running back who can make plays, taking handoffs, and also catching the ball. They're trying to get him involved there on the swing pass, but the defense able to make the stop.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Touch pass on the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fires to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Feeling some heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's got more. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He's got room. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. 1st down.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Bulldozes his way through. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Listen, everybody practices the 2-minute drill and trying to go fast, but it's really nice when the quarterback has his time to get his thoughts clear, understand down and distance, maybe audible at the line of scrimmage. He has that right now because he did a good job getting the 1st down and getting out of bounds.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this North. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
They'll give it to the back. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team. Staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.